Good morning, and thank you for joining us on After GMS. What do you know it? It's Tuesday.
Hey.
Sure is.
July 12th. Happens fast, doesn't it? I'm Tracy McCain here with Ed Matthews, Megan Malaris, and all of you. Thanks so much for joining us.
Yeah, we appreciate your company every morning as we do this. We have some great conversations coming up, but Ed, everybody is talking about this forecast. We had a beautiful day yesterday. You can feel the heat's coming back.
Yeah, the heat's coming back. I think overall it's still going to be a pretty nice day, not as sultry as it could be this time of year. Starting out with a mainly clear sky as we take a live look over Burlington, looking real good there. Conditions at the Burlington Airport is at 69. So with the sunshine across the area, temperatures are moving up. Winston-Salem is at 70, 72 in Asheboro, Lexington, and also Siler City at 70, 71 in Sanford. We got 65 over at Martinsville, Danville checking in at 66, Yanceyville at 68, and down in Troy, Montgomery County, temperature there at 68. You know, when I say Troy and Montgomery County, I think about peaches this time of year. Oh boy, love to have a big bucket of those right now. The heat is on. Yesterday low 80s, today will be up around 90. Generally dry day, although some of our computer models suggest maybe a pop-up storm during the evening hours, but there's going to be a low chance of that, but a better storm chance in the afternoon for Wednesday and for Wednesday evening with a cold front moving into our backyard. Now this front's not going to go very far. It'll slip south of our area on Thursday. So I think Thursday is going to be fairly dry and then the front will just wash out. For Friday and the weekend, pretty typical July weather. You'll have to dodge one or two pop-up storms in the afternoon, but overall right now the weekend's looking like a really nice weekend for all your outdoor activities as temperatures will be in the mid-80s. Let's check it out in detail. Around 90 for the high today, around 90 tomorrow, 40% storm chance Wednesday afternoon and evening, and then mainly dry on Thursday with upper 80s, and by Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, sun and clouds each day, mid-80s, only a small chance of a pop-up storm with the daytime heating. That'll be during the afternoon hours.
All right, let's get right into our first conversation because we know it is summertime. You're looking for fun things to do with the family. Maybe you've spent a lot of time at the Greensboro Science Center and you've probably heard about this. The Science Center has revealed new details of two massive projects it hopes to get underway soon. They are called Expedition Rainforest, Greensboro Biodome, and the Aquatic Rehabilitation and Care Complex. The biodome will house several species, including sloths, toucans, clouded leopards, giant rodents, colorful reptiles, amphibians, and invertebrate. The Aquatic Rehab and Care Complex will allow the center to expand animal rehab efforts. It'll also give guests a chance to see what the process looks like while interacting with aquarists, biologists, and veterinarians as they work to preserve ocean life. City leaders have agreed to put $20 million of the upcoming $70 million from the Greensboro Parks and Rec bond toward these projects. But that bond is up to voters to decide in this month's Greensboro City election. So what if the bond doesn't pass? Well, city reps, Science Center reps say they will come up with a plan B to get these projects going even without the bond money. So we'll just have to wait for details on that.
Yeah, and we have no idea what Plan B would be, but I could only imagine like with, you know, statewide treasures like the zoo in Asheboro, where, you know, the state voters get to decide what happens with that, and also, you know, where bond money goes, and also, you know, because everybody in the state takes part in that. I consider the Greensboro Science Center on that same level. You know, I live in Guilford County, not in the city, but I go there enough to want to support it if, you know, that's what my family decided to do. So we'll see what their plan B is, but we got to get through the first step, which is, you know, getting people to the polls.
Yeah, I mean, regardless of what voters decide, this facility is certainly a gem in our area. There were a lot of people who thought initially that Greensboro could not sustain something like the Science Center and a zoo and an aquarium all in one spot. And when you go visit, you see school buses from all over the state. I mean, from counties far away, because we have such a great place to do all these things, and it doesn't involve all of the walking, which can be hard for little kids, you know, that the zoo does. So the North Carolina Zoo in Asheboro, I should say. So they're both great facilities, but they each have their own perks. And for field trips, I can see why the Science Center in Greensboro is the place to be.
Yeah, very popular. When I moved to Greensboro 34 years ago, it was called the Natural Science Center. And I have enjoyed over the years seeing that facility grow and grow and grow. And you're absolutely right. Back then it might have been a, kind of a local or regional destination, but now it is a statewide destination. People know about the Greensboro Science Center now. Of course, the name change and all that, but it is a great place to go. We're always talking about we want family fun. We want a place, a wholesome, hearty place where we can take kids, where they can have fun, and this is one of them. So, I hope they come up with the money, whichever way they do it. I hope this project moves forward.
Yeah, I love that the facility has also been about education. We've seen that with the new veterinary center there. They have sometimes observation spots and opportunities for you to see veterinary work in practice, even necropsies in practice. I mean, just a chance to educate you about how they care for these animals and how to learn from them regardless of the circumstance. So it's pretty cool.
All right. Well, again, this is up for Greensboro City voters to decide at this point. And the primary, so I was thinking of, the primary. I was thinking Prime Day. That's the next conversation. But our early voting is happening right now. And then Election Day is on July 26th.
All right, we have some headlines, and then we will get to that Prime Day shopping conversation. We know already you're weighing in on that. But first, big budget. Signed it into law yesterday. It includes $225 million in incentives for the Greensboro Randolph mega site. If Toyota accepts, it will expand its battery plant project to at least 5,000 jobs and a $4 billion investment. New details in the deal to house hundreds of immigrant children in Greensboro. A report from usaspending.gov shows a federal contract with the former American Hebrew Academy is worth $50 million over 5 years. The immigrant children will live at the facility as they wait to be reunited with their families. 800 people will work there, according to this plan. The program is supposed to start sometime this month. The average gas price, in case you haven't noticed, is down nationally and in North Carolina. The price for a regular gallon has fallen 19 cents over the last 2 weeks at the national level. AAA says drivers are paying $4.31 a gallon on average in North Carolina. Guilford County drivers slightly less at $4.26. Caswell County still a bit higher at $4.41. And the lowest Triad area county is Surrey right now at $4.21 a gallon.
Well, the two-day Amazon Prime event starts today, but other retailers are stealing some of Prime Day's steam with their own summer sales events. Target has its deal days, and Best Buy is running Black Friday in July. Think about it, Christmas is literally right around the corner. So this year, stores and e-commerce sites are looking for a boost after the surge in spending during the height of the pandemic reached a peak. And now it all comes down to this. Who will win out on the e-commerce war? Will it be, there are a lot of a lot of people in this race, right? Amazon, of course, because it is their signature event, but Target and Walmart, Best Buy, they say we will not be denied any piece of this pie.
Yeah, those retailers, other retailers, as you mentioned, already have their own deals, or some of them would argue, Walmart, for example, that they have deals all the way around during the year to compete with this day. But my husband was already texting me some things that we need to at least look for in online shopping today. So I plan to do that at some point if they're even still in stock. Generally, I still like to buy some things in store. Am I the only one? I don't know. No. I just feel like clothes, for example, I like to try them on rather than go through the whole process of trying to ship it back and wait for the refund, double check that it's there. Just a little bit easier.
Yeah.
Well, I'm old school. So that means I like to go to the big box stores and I like to look at things, pick it up, hold it, examine it, before I buy it. The problem is that I am finding more and more, and this could be, some of the problems we have with, getting things to stores and the supply chain and stuff like that. More and more, big box stores just don't have what I'm looking for. And it may not, it's not anything, a weird, outlandish type item that I'm looking for, but you always find it online. It seems like whatever you're looking for, you put it in Google and you're going to find somebody that's got that item for sale. And more I'm seeing, you know, again, it may not be the store's fault, but the inventory is kind of running low as compared to what we've enjoyed obviously in the past.
Yeah, and I feel like I'm a little bit of both of you. Like I like to shop online, just to comparison shop. I feel like I can find better deals online, but I also like to pick it up at the store. That way I can put my eyes on it before I accept it and say, oh no, this has a scratch on it. Or like, oh, I don't know if you noticed this, but this is torn. That way before I get it home, you know, they can make the switch then and there. I don't do that all the time, but you know, if there is a way for me to pick it up in the store, I will likely do that, or curbside or something like that. But I feel like there are more deals online. I don't know, or coupons
there probably
too.
are,
Yeah, and just access, like if you have an app, you know, it's so easy just to kind of like download the coupon and, you know, upload savings. Whereas in the store, you might have to ask like, hey, do you have a coupon? You know? So, I mean, not that I'm ever afraid to ask for a coupon.
You're right about putting your eyes on it, though. I ordered a big, pricier item the other day that we needed for the kids, and when I got it open and all set up, I noticed a big scratch. And I was like, oh, but by the time it would take for me to disassemble it, put it back in the box, take it to the store, ship it back, and then hope that a new one doesn't have the same imperfection, I thought it wasn't worth it. But it did bother me that, you know, now I have to look at that scratch and think, oh, if I had just bought it in the store, it would be different.
Yeah. Let's see what y'all are saying here. Ramona says she does a little bit of both as well. To your question about doing any shopping today. Let's see. Lucera says maybe. LeVar says, I like to look at what I'm buying and get it the same day. And, you know, I had this, you know, Julian is attached to his pacifier, you know, and the other kids never cared about a pacifier, but he does, and we call him Froggy because he's little frog. We have 4 of them in rotation, but all 4 of them are now at the park, at, you know, at the jump place, wherever we've been, they've been left behind, and we were down to our last one, and he's gone. So last night, I know, I was like trying frantically to find one, and he will arrive today, and I ordered like 5 of them. Because it was a good sale. Yeah. And it's next day delivery. So I'm like, I know that it's coming in today. Yeah. Amazingly, he slept okay, no big deal. So I'm like, well, maybe this is a good time to just back away.
Maybe.
But I will keep them in their packaging until I know for sure, because this might have been the ticket to, you know, instead of surgically removing it from his mouth, maybe just not having it was the better way to go.
Yeah, keep him handy, see what he does.
But I was like, oh my God, where am I going to find this? Found it.
Good call. Those things have a way of jumping off on their own.
I know. Yep. Rhonda said hasn't decided if she'll shop for Prime Day or not. Nothing she really needs at the moment. And I really love that, Rhonda, because if you don't need it, you have no reason really to be shopping for it. And sometimes you shop for things that you don't need, and that's how you end up spending a lot of money. And at this point in time, that may not be the best idea, because we don't really know what, you know, the next 6 months holds in terms of our economy.
I mean, if you think about it, though, we're more than halfway through the year. I mean, it's July already.
July 2nd was the official halfway point of the year.
Oh my gosh! Wow. I mean, Christmas will be here literally before we know it, and so there are some folks who might want to take advantage of the early bird specials, given the uncertainty later on.
So yeah, I probably won't shop for anything special today or tomorrow. I mean,
zero shopping for me.
I just shop whenever I feel like we need something. I don't just kind of go out just like, oh, I wonder what's on sale. I'm just not that type of person. But, you know, we don't really need anything right now.
Okay.
Great conversation.
I would like to shop around for some cooler weather like we had yesterday. I mean, if you could just bottle that up.
Keep looking. Not in stock.
Yeah.
Okay, not in stock.
Not on the shelf.
Sold
you can't
out.
Just pull it down.
Sold out for sure. Yeah, as we take the 7-day, we're back up around 90 today and tomorrow. Dry today, although I couldn't rule out maybe a pop-up storm during the evening, but only a 20% chance of that. Little better afternoon storm chance tomorrow. We got a cold front on the way. That'll pass just south of our area on Thursday, so I think Thursday will be mainly a dry day with upper 80s. And then Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, no real significant shower or storm chances, just a 30% chance each afternoon. So overall, the weekend's looking real good for all your outdoor plans. We'll see high temperatures into the mid 80s. What you don't see on that 7-day is, excessive heat like they're dealing with out in the Rockies and the Plain States. I mean, we can handle 90 today and tomorrow, but right on through the rest of the week and into the weekend, mid 80s. That's okay with me.
Yeah, keep it right there for the rest of the summer.
Yeah,
That'd be great.
I wish.
That would be awesome, wouldn't it? All right, great conversations today. We will be having more tomorrow, right? That's what we do.
Yep.
All right, get out there and get to it. Make it a wonderful Tuesday. We'll see you later.
Take care.